Yes, I shaved, but that's hardly important. Today, we're gonna be talking more of the Batman. I was about to go to bed, but I saw this clip that was released for the Batman, a 2-minute clip, mind you, and I just felt like we needed to talk about it. Now, as I've said multiple times on this channel, I am covering a lot of Batman news and Batman stuff going into March 4th. And seeing as this clip was 2 minutes, I feel like there's a little bit to dissect with this. I mean, clearly you can tell that they're really going for more of a introverted Bruce Wayne. He's reclusive. This is a much different approach to the Bruce Wayne character than what a lot of people are used to. And if you guys are looking for the Playboy billionaire in this movie immediately, then you're gonna have to leave right out the theater because you're not gonna be getting this with this movie. Because this Bruce Wayne has not quite gotten everything down yet, and he's not as polished. We've had a lot of Batman movies where Batman just shows up and he's automatically polished. Batman Begins did that as well, let's not pretend. Like, he made a couple of mistakes here and there, but for the most part, he was already polished, he already had the tech, he already had this, he already had the persona down. And really, he was just a very polished Batman. Same thing with Michael Keaton. A lot of people were just hearing about his Batman, but then all of a sudden, he's just super polished. This version, he's not gonna be as polished in his Batman just as much as he's not as polished in his Bruce Wayne. And I also love the look that this Batman gives towards the kid in that funeral scene, because you can see that he can connect to the kid. He doesn't say anything to the kid because, again, this Bruce Wayne's very reclusive. He's not really talking to a lot of people. He's just there to kind of be there at the funeral. And you can just see this look that he gives to the kid. It's like he has been in this position before and he knows what it's like to lose someone that's important, especially at that young of an age. I also just love the way that kid just looks around at him like, this creep looking at me. I also love the fact that they play on the reclusive Bruce Wayne moment more because, I mean, it's funny how the officer says, hey, and then, like, it did kind of get a little bit of a laugh at me that Bruce Wayne just kind of turned away and didn't even say hi or anything. He was just like, all right. But then we get into the very juicy nature of this, and I will tell you right now, if the movie plays out like the way this scene played out, we're probably in for one of the best comic book movies that I've ever seen, because the tension in this scene is so unlike a lot of movies that I've seen in a while. This is a clip, and it has a bomb collar around the guy's neck, which is already disturbing. But the way the music plays and the way everybody's acting and the look in Robert Pattinson's eyes as the scene's going on, Robert Pattinson has a very sharp set of eyes. His eyes display emotion unlike a lot of other Batman have in the past. And the music accompanying the scene with the bomb collar guy who ran into the building, it's tense. It's giving me kind of like Heath Ledger vibes, but at the same time a little bit, well, not Heath Ledger.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car and show your hands! Get out!
The movie has its own flavor, and I like that. It's not like they're trying to play Heath Ledger music. It's very subtle, dialed back, and they let the scene play out, and you can just feel the intensity in the air. And if we've seen everything else from the trailers that kind of play out in the trailers, Batman's obviously gonna have to answer some riddles. Like, they clear everybody out of the building. What's probably gonna happen is that Bruce Wayne's gonna change into his Batman suit. He's gonna go back in there and he's gonna solve the riddle. And I can see two ways this happening. One, he solves a riddle wrong, which I find that really hard to believe that Batman would do that. Or two, he gets the riddles right, and in the trailer he says the answer is justice.
Justice. The answer's justice.
And the Riddler's like, that's right, the answer is justice, and that's what I'm gonna do to this dude, is give justice, and blows him up right there, which we see an explosion happen in front of the car in the trailer. So yeah, either way, that dude's dead. That's gonna be disturbing to watch in this movie. And yeah, this was a really cool clip. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It showed us a little bit of his Bruce Wayne and what to expect, his very reclusive Bruce Wayne, which I like that because we've had too many Batman movies where we just see him in the Playboy persona. it's cool to see a more reclusive Bruce Wayne and one that hasn't really figured out what he's doing. If you guys liked the video, make like, share, and subscribe today to join the Idealization.